Hey, Brandon here. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. And welcome to another episode of the 2024 Rookie Spotlight Series. I've been putting these films out for the last month or so. It's the beginning of December. We are in the 2024 scouting season for our Dynasty and future fantasy rosters. And I'm excited to talk about today Brian Thomas Jr. If you've not heard of this young man, he is a true junior LSU wide receiver who balled out this year, who's really been making a name for himself in the past few months. Now, he's in the shadows of Malik Neighbors, who is a wide receiver two for me right now in this class. But a little spicy take here. I've got Thomas in my top 5 ranks right now for the 2024 draft class. I think this kid's going to be a riser as we head towards April draft. So let's get right to it. The great part about these shows, I'm going to give you his 2023 stats. We're going to talk about his scouting report. We're going to talk about his draft capital potential, as well as what his dynasty outlook and comp looks like. And then I'm going to link a film at the end of this show. We're going to keep these videos nice and short to give you a quick overview of who Thomas is. And then you're going to go take a look at his game. So I've got 3 films on this YouTube channel. I've got his Arkansas game. I got his Texas A&M game. But I'm going to link at the end of this video his Ole Miss game, which he had 8 receptions, 124 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So if you're not familiar with Brian Thomas, go check out those 3 films here on this channel and get yourself used to the name. I'm pretty excited about this player. He's one of my favorite wide receivers in this draft. All right, he's 6'4", 205 pounds. Like I said, had a tremendous season at LSU. Let's take a look at his 2023 stats. 81% catch percentage, 60 targets, over 1,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, averaging 18 yards reception. So he's got that vertical ability and the explosion to make big plays. His offensive and receiving grades at PFF, I like things that are, like those grades that are typically over 80. Really surprised they're a little low, but I am not going to let that dissuade me from liking what I see on film with Thomas's game. He's a boundary receiver here on the stats as well. You can see he played 85% out wide, 14% in the slot. Yak yards, 6.1 per reception. He's got some yak ability. We're going to talk about that here shortly in his scouting report. So watching the film, again, I got 3 films on here. I've watched a couple more games that I'll be uploading as well. But what do I like? Why do I like Brian Thomas Jr.? Well, first and foremost, I love his length and the way he attacks the football. Jaden Daniels, had a tremendous season as well, who really got him the ball, and I really liked Thomas's ability at the catch point. I think he has good ball concentration. It's just ball skills and length, and the way he attacks, the football and goes up and gets the ball with good concentration. I really, really like that. But that's not, what he brings to the game. There's a lot of just contested catchers in this draft class. I think this guy's got a little bit more well-rounded game. I love his fluidity and body control. I like the way he adjusts to the football. I think he's a twitchy athlete. I like his burst and his yards after contact as well. I think he's got, if you look at these 3 videos and go back and watch him, you're going to see after he catches the ball, he has the ability to create space. So he's got a little acceleration to him. And we as fantasy guys love those yak yards, right? We want the guys when they get the ball in their hands, they can do something with it. And I think, Thomas has the ability to really do some damage in the yak department. All right, so let's talk about his draft capital. Okay, let's talk about where we think. I got him as a first-round pick. All right, as you can see, this image that you see on here is from mockdraftdatabase.com. It's got him at 38. The peak here, he's snuck into the first round. I think this kid's going to be a riser, like I said, as we go to the April and we get there. I think it's going to be January and it's going to be February. And I think this guy's going to do well in the combine. I think this kid's going to be a name that's going to be in the top 5 or 6 by the time it's all said and done. I think he's a day 1 draft pick, like I said. As far as our rookie draft, I think he's going to be a solid second rounder. I think we can depend on that. I mean, he may sneak into the first round if he gets that first round draft capital with one of those awesome landing spots and gets early opportunity. I could see him sneaking into the first round, but I think right now he's going to be a day 2 rookie pick next year. And on these shows, I'm going to kind of do a fantasy comp. All right, and I'm going to say he's kind of like a Christian Watson type prospect, kind of the same size and build, but I could see him taking a path similar to Christian Watson, having a good combine. He's not going to go to the Senior Bowl like Christian Watson did. He's going to go to the combine, I think, do well. Let's hope he goes to the NFL draft. I mean, there's a chance he goes back to LSU as a senior year, which would be a big buzzkill for me. But nonetheless, he'll be a top receiver in next year's class if he does that. But I like the comp to Christian Watson. Christian Watson is someone who's kind of emerging right now at Green Bay. Could be the wide receiver 1, 2 on the team. I kind of see him more. Christian Watson is a wide receiver 2 when it's all done and said at Green Bay. I think they're going to add maybe another pass catcher. Who knows? But I see that kind of similar pass, similar style play, has the ability to go down, create space in the middle of the field, go vertical, and get the ball. And with those tall arms and legs, with that length, he's going to be able to make some really good catches. So there you guys got it, man. That is my quick overview on Brian Thomas Jr. Like I said, he's one of my favorite prospects. On the screen right now, you're going to see the link to the Ole Miss game. Go check him out. All right, this is a player that you're going to want to keep an eye on as we get to the draft. Again, hit that subscribe button if you like this content and you want to see. I'm going to be doing these quick spotlights for a lot of players going to the draft, but I'm also going to be doing a lot of in-depth, rookie reports, spending 12, 15 minutes on their scouting and their film reviews and all that stuff. So thanks for watching. Go check out his Ole Miss film.